Hi guys, welcome back to Automobile Infos. So as you might know, my car got the 019 update recently. So it was an OT update. It took about an hour to hour and a half to install. And I was asked that what are the observations after the update. I have driven the car for about let's say 60 kilometers, 60 to 70 kilometers, or maybe 100 after the update, and these are my observations. So when you start driving, you realize that the power in default mode feels a little more gradual. So it is no longer that intense torque rush, it is slightly more reduced, the initial torque. It feels like it, even though the car still gains speed pretty quick, but it feels as if the speed is more gradual, it feels more comfortable, it feels more linear. Secondly, the suspension in all the modes feels a little better. In the default mode, it's gotten a little bit softer, you can say, and it's gotten a little bit more comfortable in default mode. And the range mode and the suspension in the range mode has also gotten better. In the other modes, you can feel the change in suspension a little more than you can in the default mode, but the suspension has overall gotten better. Next, what you observe is actually a very drastic difference in the regen braking. The regen now feels a lot more smoother when it is switching from normal brakes to regen or otherwise. The shift in braking, so from regen to normal or normal to regen, that shift is a lot more gradual. It slows down a lot more comfortably. It doesn't brake instantly, and you can't really feel when it is switching to regen. The next difference that you'll feel will be in the music quality. Well, since my car had the bass cut issue, and from what I have learned, the V5 update also does not solve the bass cut. It's actually an amplifier's version. So people have been getting it in the 0 to 1 OTA, which I haven't received yet. Only some BE6 owners have received it yet. It doesn't seem like a mass rollout yet. So I'm expecting that the bass cut issue will be completely resolved with the ECU version for the amplifier, which will be included in the 0 to 1 OT update. But now the music quality, I'll try to explain it to you. So first, let's say that my car used to reach 40% volume with absolutely no issue. It had absolute gorgeous music. And above 40, the bass cut used to happen, where the subwoofer used to shut off almost completely. And now the volume has come down to 30%. So let's say that earlier the bass cut used to happen at 40%, where the subwoofer would shut down 90%. So like 90% of the subwoofer used to turn off when I used to increase the volume above 40%. Now when I increase the volume above 30%, 50% of the subwoofer shuts off. So you can see that from the subwoofer has come down from shutting off 90% to shutting off 50%. So the subwoofer still remains on, but now that thing is happening at an even lower volume. So I don't know if that is good, I don't know if that is bad, but they have played around with the music. But due to this, the music at high volumes, like say above 50%, it has gotten better since the subwoofer is now cutting off only 50%. So that's a positive. The next thing that you'll probably feel is with the steering. So now the wheel has gotten a little more stiff. I wouldn't say that it's stiff, but it weighs up a little more. So when you increase your speed above 50, say, the steering feels more stable, it feels more robust. You get a more SUV kind of feel. Earlier the steering was light in the default mode. It was lighter at higher speeds. Now it is a little stiffer at higher speeds. At lower speeds, the steering is still pretty comfortable. There are no issues with that. Next, a day after I got the OTA, I started getting a TPMS error, and that has not been solved yet. I don't know whether the TPMS error was due to the OTA, during which multiple systems are shut down and then restarted. I don't know if this happened because of that, or there's a totally different reason as to why it happened. I'll have to get this checked at the service center probably. So I'll let you know if they replace a sensor or they check the wiring or anything. But the TPMS error is still not gone. Next, a lot of people have been saying that the range has decreased after the OTA update. Well, that's not really the case. It actually is a coincidence that when we got the OTA, temperatures started rising rapidly very soon after that. So now in the afternoons, it's above 40 degrees in most Indian cities. And at such high temperatures, the range is expected to decrease. Yes, there will be a distinct difference in range. Some people have observed even a 30% range drop. That's because before this, it was the perfect time to drive an EV. You weren't using too much of the AC. The battery was at the optimum temperature where it gives the perfect performance. But now the fan works to cool the battery. It works hard. It works harder to stay at the optimum temperature, so the range you get is lesser. As far as I think, this has nothing to do with the OTA, because the OTA didn't really play around with the power or anything of that sort. If anything, the power is more gradual, so the range should have increased, but it's happening otherwise. If you're getting too less of a range, then you can try turning off battery preconditioning. That way your car will work lesser to cool the battery and it will work more to give you a better range. I have turned on battery preconditioning and I keep it on always because my drives are mainly in the city. If you do long highway runs or if you want that extra range, then you can turn off battery preconditioning, but remember to always turn it off before you DC fast charge. Now if you turn off battery preconditioning and your car's battery heats up a lot, then the system will work to cool down your battery. So there's no risk in turning it off. Your battery wouldn't overheat, but with the preconditioning on, the battery stays cooler overall. Next observations after the OTA is that there have been some glitches. So just now before recording this, I actually locked my car and the ORVMs did not fold. Sometimes the auto dip ORVMs are also not working. These are all bugs that can come with an OTA, and it's not that big a deal, so it's fine. But always expect some glitches to come with OTAs. Apart from this, there aren't any major changes. It is expected with an OTA that the screen will get smoother or the animations will be better, but there hasn't been any distinct difference that I have felt personally. If you have, please let me know in the comments down below. So these were all my observations with the OTA 19 update. If this video helped you, then please give it a like, please share the video, subscribe to Automobile Infos for more such content, comment down below if you have any doubts. Until next time, drive safe and have a happy journey.